Cannes on a budget. What to do if you want to save money in Cannes. Stay with me until the end of this video. If this is your first time in Cannes, or if you're thinking about visiting this place, it's one of the most expensive places in France and probably in Europe, so you're gonna have a hard time if you want to go there on a budget. However, in this video we're going to see 7 things that will save you a ton of money. Firstly, I highly suggest to use the public bus. It's not like a bus, it looks like a tourist bus. It's actually a tourist attraction. It's a regular bus that runs throughout the city, but it's this type of bus that you can sit at the top and enjoy the view. That was the coolest experience that I had in Cannes, because you get the wind in your face and you see all these beautiful palm trees and the sea, and you just pay a regular ticket. Like, I don't remember, it was €1 something just for a single ride, which was very reasonable. So the buses are very convenient, and I think they run also during the night, so they're very convenient. You can use them to go for clubbing and you won't really need a car. The next one is prefer the public beach at the western part of the city, because in my other video, 7 things I wish I knew before going to Cannes, I will link it down in the description of the video, I talked about how the front beach, like the beach that is right in front of the city, is packed with restaurants and bars, and you can't actually go there for free to lay your towel down on the sand and enjoy the beach and the sun. It's not like that. It's so packed with restaurants and sunbeds, and you actually have to pay a lot if you want to go to these places. And guess what? The water is not that crystal clear like in other places, like in the Caribbean or the Greek islands. So you pay an arm and a leg basically for the service, for the restaurant, not really for the beach. So I suggest that you go to the other part of the city, which is the western part, and the beach there is public. There are no sunbeds, and you can enjoy the sand, the water. Again, the water is not that crystal clear, but you can do some water sports, some water activities, and have a great time at this public beach. So now we're going to talk about room prices. This is a tricky one because Cannes is actually built throughout the beach, like along the beach. So there's the main street that is right in front of the beach, and the hotel prices there are very high. However, if you book a hotel just right a street above, like I did, this is a hotel that I stayed, it was like a 2-minute walk from the main street that was in front of the beach, just a 2-minute walk, and the prices were significantly lower. So in my opinion, it's so worth it. Like, book a hotel that it's not right on the beach, but just on the street above, and you get a much lower price. So the next one is about shows. Like, Cannes has a ton of shows like comedy, Cirque du Soleil, performances. I actually didn't know about that. I was very surprised because it has a variety of very iconic shows if you want to watch. However, they can be very expensive. Some of them are very expensive. So if you want to watch a show because it's worth it, it's actually worth it, I suggest Annex. This is the show that I went to, and I think it was very worth for value because you get a fine dining experience. Like, the food was fantastic, it was delicious, you get a fine dining experience, very nice service, and of course you get to see the whole show, which is included in the price of the dinner. You don't have to pay extra for the show. And there's a variety of shows that Annex has, like comedy, acrobatics, dancers. The show by itself is very long. You're gonna spend like 4 hours just watching the show, but after that the place turns into a nightclub, so you can stand there, dance by the beach on the sand for free with no extra charge. So you get 3 in 1. You get fine dining, you get the amazing show, and you get to party after midnight. The next tip is to spend a day in the castle. It's an iconic castle and it's for free. You can get in there for free. See the view from the castle is iconic. You're gonna see the whole city and the sea and the beach, and also there's a lot of places to explore within the castle. I don't know much about history to talk about the castle, but it was a good monument, it was a nice place to see, and it was for free. So now let's talk about food. We all spend a lot of money on food while we're on vacation because we all want to eat. So that's one of the big expenses that you have while you're on vacation. However, try to prefer local restaurants like this one because the portions are very big. So yeah, it's not going to be the best food that you're going to have. It's not fine dining or anything like that. But at the end of the day, if you're just hungry and you just want to fill in your stomach, this is going to work because the portions are very big and you're going to pay less compared to a fine dining restaurant. And of course, as we're talking about France, wine couldn't be missing from this list because you can do fine dining in most places, even if it's not a fine dining restaurant. Because it's France, you can find good wine in a lot of places. So even if it's a local restaurant, if it's a more affordable restaurant, you can still try some fine wine in very reasonable prices. So if you're a wine taster and you love wine, you're gonna love France because it has some very good wine. So let me know what you do to save money in Cannes, and I will see you in the next video.